Three Watches, 46. Quote, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. End of quote. The prophet Daniel prophesied about the marvelous work and a wonder that takes place in the third watch. He referred to it in chapters 8, 10, and 12 as the time of the end. The book of Daniel informs us that the meaning of the prophetic words and the timelines that he prophesied about will be sealed until the time of the end. Quote, And at the time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. Many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. And they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, and they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words, and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. End of quote. That's in Daniel 12. According to Daniel, one of the major events to take place during the marvelous work is the return of our father Adam, who's referred to as Michael the Great Prince. Daniel also covers the themes spoken of in Isaiah about people being resurrected and returning to the earth, both the wicked and the righteous. Notice how Daniel says that many shall run to and fro. That's a specific reference to the first laborers of the last kingdom that return to the vineyard. They run to and fro to gather the elect just prior to the great wars that break forth. Zechariah used that phrase also to describe the 7 servants of the Lord that run to and fro. Quote, The hands of Zerubbabel have laid the foundation of this house. His hands shall also finish it, and thou shalt know that the Lord of hosts hath sent me unto you. For who hath despised the day of small things? For they shall rejoice, and shall see the plummet in the hand of Zerubbabel with those 7. They are the eyes of the Lord, which run to and fro through the whole earth. Then asked I, and said unto him, Who are these 2 olive trees upon the right side of the candlestick, and upon the left side thereof? And I answered again, and said unto him, What be these 2 olive branches, which through the 2 golden pipes empty the golden oil out of themselves? And he answered me and said, Knowest thou not what these be? And I said, No, my Lord. Then he said, These are the 2 anointed ones that stand by the Lord of the whole earth. End of quote. That's Zechariah 4. We'll discuss some of these prophecies in more detail in future posts, but for now let me simply say that the above prophecies of Daniel provide another evidence that the marvelous work did not begin in 1830, but rather it takes place at the time of the end when Adam returns. Recently, I was invited to be a guest contributor on the LDS Anarchy blog, and I have provided an article entitled A Mystical Look at the Restoration Movement. In this article, I show how the events of the LDS Restoration Movement were fulfilling the prophecies of Daniel and other Old Testament prophets. The information may challenge just about everything you've ever believed about the events of the last days. To read the article, click here. There's a link, of course, and enjoy. 1. Daniel 8:17. So he came near where I stood, and when he came I was afraid, and fell upon my face. But he said unto me, Understand, O Son of Man, for at the time of the end shall be the vision. 2. Daniel 11:35 and 40. 35. And some of them of understanding shall fall, to try them, and to purge, and to make them white, even to the time of the end, because it is yet for a time appointed. And 40. And at the time of the end shall the king of the south push at him, and the king of the whirlwind, with chariots and with horsemen, and with many ships, and he shall enter into the countries, and shall overflow and pass over. North shall come against him. And then Daniel 3, Daniel 12:4 and 9. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words, and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. And then 9. And he said, Go thy way, Daniel, for the words are closed up and sealed till the time of the end.